The state is investing money to help the homeless population find jobs, and that planning starts now. Good evening, I'm Lizzie Siles. Thank you for joining us at 9 o'clock. Taylor Fleming spoke with the Central Illinois team that will be heading up the program in our area.
Lizzie, the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity has awarded grant money to 4 groups throughout the state. Every group that got funding is working to connect unhoused people with employment.
The Illinois state government has started a 2.5-year pilot program to try and help unhoused people find jobs. In a press release, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton said that communities have been asking for a program like this, and the Illinois Workforce Pilot Program aims to bring unhoused people financial stability. Most of the program's money is going to organizations near Chicago, but a team of groups in central Illinois have received over $800,000 to support their work. CareerLink will be administering the grant, while United Way and Phoenix Community Development Services will work directly with unhoused people.
It is a planning phase of up to 6 months, which is being initiated now, we speak, and then followed by an 18-month implementation plan.
They plan to provide job training and support services that will help people overcome barriers to employment. Some of their ideas are rapid rehousing, job readiness training, and adult education, but the planning process has just begun. The local groups hope to help around 60 people in Fulton, Peoria, Tazewell, and Woodford counties. Job industries for this program include food service, manufacturing, maintenance, and janitorial services.
A lot of it's just geared to what can we do to get this person moving in the right direction and then stable in that situation to move even further.
Funding for this program comes from the general funds in the state budget. The General Assembly set aside money for employment and economic grants in the 2024 budget.
The local groups will meet with state officials several times throughout the planning and implementation processes to report on their progress. Lizzie?